An incredible tale that will hold your attention from beginning to end is what I have in store for you today. This is the tale of Brad, a regular guy who had a life-changing encounter that taught him the significance of prayer and how it may change our own and other people's circumstances. Hello, I'm Brad, and I have more than 20 years of experience as a competent builder. I've done construction work in New York City, a city whose vibrancy and activity have always captivated me. The city is always bustling with activity as soon as the sun comes up, with people shouting, rushing about, and talking nonstop. Dawn is the first thing I see every day. The relentless wailing of the alarm on the nightstand jolts me awake. The sky was overcast with black, ominous clouds, which usually foretells a storm, so that day seemed like any other. As usual, I brought my coffee to the site, where I welcomed my coworkers and began setting up the equipment for the day. Located in the middle of Manhattan, our project was a 3-story skyscraper. I had never been scared of heights, even though the scaffolding was somewhat unsteady and quite high. The foreman, Joe, warned Brad to use caution on the elevated area. It looks like the weather isn't on our side today. With a smile that suggested things would be all right, I told Joe, I have been working in this field for many years. I am well versed in dealing with such circumstances. But I had no idea how mistaken I had been. A beam I was inspecting was struck by the incident. Some kind of slippery surface, likely oil or water, caused my foot to slide. As I tripped and fell, it was as if time stood still. I reached out for anything to grasp onto, but all I could feel was air. Even though the fall was brief, it felt like it went on forever in my head. Darkness followed the sound of my heart racing and the feel of a chilly wind on my face. Upon opening my eyes, I saw that I was in an unfamiliar location. I lay down on a verdant field, bathed in a golden light that appeared to emanate from every direction. I had an unusual lightness, as if my entire being were a cloud. Nothing hurt. Instead, I felt an overwhelming calmness like I'd never felt before. As I slowly rose to my feet, I gazed around in awe. The endless expanse of the field was broken only by flowers of every hue conceivable. It was as if a rainbow of hues had been created by each petal's unique illumination. It was breathtaking. The air was filled with a tranquilizing scent of spring, both fresh and aromatic. An old man adorned in a white robe and sporting long white hair stood in the middle of the field. Kindness and wisdom radiated from his gaze, which put my mind at ease right away. "Welcome, Brad," the man greeted with a soothing and musical tone. "Be not afraid. You have found a tranquil haven. Allow me to present you with something of paramount importance." "And who are you?" Still bewildered and terrified, I inquired. "I am a messenger," the man responded with a smile that assured. "Think of him as a spiritual guide. Please allow me to explain to you why your prayers are so important." When the man reached out to touch me, everything changed. Previously, I had been home, but that was long ago. One of the darkest evenings of my life had come. Tom, my little boy, was quite sick while he was sick. I imagined myself bending down by his side, my hands interlaced, and my eyes watering as I fervently prayed for his speedy recovery. The master instructed his students to kneel by their horse's side each night and pray for his health and protection. Your prayers bestowed a healing energy upon him, a testament to the strength of your faith and love. Yet another shift occurred. Tom matured into a robust adolescent right before my eyes. One of my prayers was there at every pivotal point in his life. He avoided mishaps, did well on tests, and made good decisions. I witnessed it all. I knelt down every time and prayed for him. My prayers seemed to be like invisible wings that guided him through his entire development. As I prayed, mental pictures of how my prayers had helped Tom and others I cared about kept popping into my head. My daughter Ellie gaining the confidence to confront bullying at school, my wife Lisa surviving a period of despair, and my friends and relatives obtaining strength and comfort in difficult times. I watched these images with tears streaming down my cheeks. I had no idea my prayers could have such an impact, I said to the master, my voice quivering. I thought they were just words meant to give me a bit of comfort. "Brad, your prayers were more than just words," the master told you. "When you prayed sincere prayers, you released good vibes throughout the cosmos. The impact on the people you care about from this energy was far greater than you could have ever anticipated." Realizing how much power I had unconsciously stunned me, With a fresh perspective on how I impact the lives of those dear to me, I experienced a mix of modesty, appreciation, and understanding. It seemed like someone had handed me a key that would unlock the invisible effects of my prayers and deeds. I felt my body's weight return as the golden light surrounding us started to fade. As soon as I opened my eyes, I was in a hospital, with my family's concerned expressions all around me. With tears in her eyes, Lisa held my hand. Tom and Ellie appeared relieved and hopeful. The realization that my prayers had been heard and answered gave me a renewed sense of inner strength. I was not just a man who worked hard to support his family. I figured out I was also a source of light and hope for them. Ellie threw herself into my arms and cried out, "Dad, we're so happy you're back." "Yes, Dad," Tom chimed in, his smile bringing a smile to my face. "Don't ever scare us like that again." A new level of gratitude and kindness was evident in Lisa's expression as she gazed at me. "Brad, our prayers for you were immense. A miracle you are." Everything in my life shifted drastically after that day. With a newfound self-awareness and appreciation, I resumed my work on construction sites. My heart and soul were invested in every prayer I said. I sensed they were more than mere words. They were potent instruments with the potential to alter my immediate environment. I also started telling other people about what happened to me. Members of my church community, as well as my neighbors, friends, and coworkers, heard me out. I wish for people to understand the significance of faith and the impact that prayers may have. Many people were moved by my narrative. Those in need of solace, guidance, or just someone to listen came to me. I felt compelled to share my story and encourage others to discover their own inner strength with every note I sang. I discovered fresh proof of the efficacy of prayers daily as the weeks and months went by. My daughter Ellie blossomed into an accomplished artist and a self-assured young woman, and my son Tom achieved academic and athletic success. Lisa, my wife, discovered a new calling as a volunteer who finds fulfillment in assisting others in overcoming their own challenges. Every day, I couldn't help but be grateful to God for the opportunity He had given me. The power of love and prayer should never be underestimated, as I learned from my afterlife experience. A fresh light shone into every aspect of my ordinary life. Things as seemingly insignificant as a smile, an encouraging word, or a kind gesture had taken on greater significance. Little things can have a big difference, I've learned. I am grateful and hopeful for each day that I live now. Problems could pop up when you least anticipate them. Life is full of surprises, but nothing is impossible if we are faithful and pray constantly. My prayers will remain focused on those I care about, and I will be there for those who are struggling. We are never really alone, no matter how black the night, and there is always a light to help us find our path, as I have learned from my experiences. My tale, which began in the hereafter and continues here on earth, is one of faith, hope, and love. You have the power to change someone's life, to bring hope and light into their world, and every day is a fresh start. The incredible power of faith and prayers is brought to a close with the end of Brad's story. Just as this story moved and motivated me, I hope it has done the same for you. I would be grateful if you could forward this story to someone you think might enjoy it. Those in need might find strength and hope in stories like these. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you loved it and would like to see more stories like this one. By being a part of this community, you enable us to keep telling stories that move people. We appreciate you sticking with us, and we'll see you in the next chapter.